First time I dressed up for a double date and my friend didn't like it. I am not the oop. Oop is you, charming golf 274. First time I dressed up for a double date and my friend didn't like it. Originally posted to r, true off my chest. Original post September 12, 2023. My friend Joel, 20M. Ask me, 21M. To join him for a double date with Jean, 20F. And her friend Sam, 19F. Joel got a date with Jean, but she wanted to make it a double date as she wanted to introduce Sam to the dating scene in a more friendly kinda way. I agreed to it, but Sam wasn't amused by the idea of me being her date, but agreed because she was happy with just the experience. Why? Well, me and Joel are two totally different types of guy. He is the charming and athletic guy while I am the chubby and more reserved one. Doesn't help I am balding this early in life. The times I have met her at university has been while I am wearing the same clothes. I have a set of clothes only for university. Sort of like a self-imposed uniform. Every day is different, but I repeat weekly. So, yesterday I got my hair cut as low as possible without going into shaving. Fixed my beard and I have to say I was looking mighty fine. Got out my brand new clothes. Now, today we had our double date after 2 p.m. I arrived late but only by 5 minutes. Joel was texting me like crazy until I arrived holding a rose for Sam. I am a bit corny, but I thought it would be a nice gesture. Joel wasn't happy for some reason. Jean looked surprised, but Sam, she smiled widely and her eyes sparkled a bit. We start our date and Sam and I are having a bit of a blast. We decided to go out bowling before going for ice cream in recommendation from Sam. We got along, but not really enough to say I like her more than a friend. Maybe a second date, solo this time, would be nice. As we are hanging out I could feel glances from Joel and small smiles from Jean. I know Jean is smiling because Sam is having fun, but I didn't know why Joel was so angry with me. After the date Joel unloaded on me. How I was cringe for bringing Sam a rose. That I was there to entertain Sam, not distract Jean from him. That I dressed too formal and too fancy. I was only wearing a white shirt, flannel over shirt and jeans with my Converse. He also said I should have stayed at home if I was going to act like I did at the date. I just talked with Sam, shared a meal with her, and went to get her favorite ice cream from her favorite store. He was there, and Jean was 100% on board with the ideas. I barely talked with Jean. He had all the playing field for himself. Not my fault. Jean was more interested in seeing her friend happy. Relevant comments. Rebisk. Sounds like he was annoyed that you showed him up on the date. He is probably used to attention and thought being next to you would make him look better. Think Duff. Sorry. Just going based off your description. Girls care way more about thoughts and effort than just attractive. That's why you were getting the attention of both girls. Oop replied. I knew from the start he was planning to use me to look better. But I wasn't expecting him to be rude about his date with James and blaming it on me. Adios bachachos. Lol. Maybe the only reason Jean agreed to date your friend was so she'd have an excuse to get Sam out on a date with somebody, and Joel is salty about it. Don't worry about it. Sounds like you and Sam had a nice time and Jean is happy that Sam enjoyed herself. Joel is just being insecure. You absolutely should ask Sam to go out solo. Even if you decide she's not for you romantically. It sounds like you guys get along well and could be great friends. Oop replied. I think I will ask her out. She mentioned she was into retro gaming and we have an old school arcade close to campus. Update September 26, 2023. A lot of people wanted an update, so here it is. Let's start with my friend Joel. I explained him what happened and how it made me feel, and he apologized. A bit of a forced apology, but it's been 2 weeks and he has actually changed a bit. I explained that he should be more attentive with his dates and took it to heart. He is still the same guy, but now he at least tries to actually connect with his date. Jean. Well, not much. We started hanging out, but I don't know much about what happened with her and Joel. Just that it didn't work out. I will take that. Now. Sam. Well, I asked her out for another date. This time a solo date, and she said yes with a big grin on her face. We went to the arcade and we had a blast. Maybe too much. That night I returned to my apartment at 3 a.m. and exhausted. That was a night filled with firsts. With that said, we hit it off. I thought we wouldn't click, but after a few drinks at karaoke really made her loosen up a bit, and we talked for about 3 hours in our second date. Had 2 more dates and now are officially dating. I showed her my last post and she was amused by all your replies. This is a repost sub IAM, not the oop. Lol. Mad his wingman didn't fly in formation while his wingman was the one who actually knew the assignment. My friend Joel, 20M, asked me, 21M, to join him for a double date with Jean, 20F, and her friend Sam, 19F. I don't know much about what happened with her, Jean, and Joel, just that it didn't work out. Loving that Joel managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Bless, I remember the first post and had missed the update. I'm glad it worked out for him. Well, this was a funny to read. Hope Op is able to enjoy his newfound romance. Sounds like Oop made quite the impression by being an actual nice guy. This is not to be confused with the typical nice guys. TM. Running rampant. If you aren't sure which one you're dealing with, here's a tip. If they tell you, at any point, that they're a nice guy, then they're almost always the latter. Stay far away from those. Look for the understated, sincere, and nice dudes. Like Oop. He sounds like a genuinely kind person. I'm proud of him. He took a chance and it worked out. And this, my friends, is a prime example of why women roll their eyes at dudes who insist we only want to date alpha. Chad. No. We want to date a guy who puts in effort to how he looks and has the self-confidence to do something. Little corny. Glad it worked out fine for Oop. Aw. Oop for the win. Joel can be butt hurt, but hopefully his ego learns how to be a better dating partner. I have a set of clothes only for university. Sort of like a self-imposed uniform. Every day is different, but I repeat weekly. A man after my own heart. I'm a guy and I do the same. It's so relieving to not have to stress about what to wear every day. The young grasshopper becomes the master in Chucks. IDK, with the sparkling eyes and the big grin, it all sounds a bit milady to me. It's been 2 weeks and he actually has changed a bit. Say it with me, folks. Let's see how long that lasts. Edit. Formatting.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.